Hello everyone. So today again we will see the power flow diagram of induction motor. Already we seen in the previous lectures regarding this diagram. So as I stated earlier in the previous lectures, so this is nothing but a power flow, means it's a power flow, that means power flow from the input to the output. So I'm giving the input to the motor side of the motor side, and again I'm taking the output, that is the motor. I'm giving the input to the stator winding of motor, as I receive the output at the shaft of the induction motors. Okay, so I given the induction in electrical input to the motor, I receive the mechanical output at from the motors, okay, at the shaft end. So this is nothing but a power flow diagram of induction motor, as I said earlier. So I gave the input supply, three phase AC supply, to the stator winding of induction motor. Again, due to this, the stator current will flow through the stator winding, and hence the stator copper loss and iron losses takes place in the stator part. So again, whatever the input which is again forwarded to rotor input, the rotor input. So we call this is a rotor input as a P2. Okay, so we are considering the motor input as a P1. So rotor input as a P2. Okay, so after receiving the rotor input, now this flux will interact with the rotor conductor. Again, the rotor current will flow through the rotor winding. Okay, so again, due to this rotor current, the rotor copper losses are takes place in the rotor winding. Okay, and once the rotor copper loss takes place, again the power is delivered to, we call it is a mechanical power developed in the rotor, we call it as a PM or gross torque, TG. Now again, once the torque is exerted on the rotor winding, now due to the windage and friction losses, as I said, windage, that means it's not a winding loss, it's called windage. The windage losses takes place because of the surrounding air. Okay, so windage and friction losses, again there is a reduction in the speed of the induction motor. So total output we are receiving at the shaft end, we call a motor end, as nothing but a rotor output. So we are denominated with the help of P out. Okay, so again this is nothing but a power flow diagram of induction motor. This question may be asked for your university exam for 8 marks regarding explain the power flow diagram of induction motor. Okay, so for that purpose you have to draw this block diagram of our simple called power flow diagram of induction motor, as well as you should write some explanation regarding each parts, okay, each blocks. So again, we will see one detailed structure of this particularly power flow diagram of induction motor. As I stated earlier, I gave the input supply to the motor input in the stator P1. Okay, as I said, as per this motor input as a stator P1. So motor input in a stator I called as a P1. So there again, when I give the three phase AC supply to the stator of induction motor, again it takes place the stator copper loss and iron losses. Okay, the stator copper loss and iron losses. So again here, suppose I give the input, then there are the two parts, stator copper loss and iron losses, and again rotor input P2 via air gaps. Okay, so here again, once the rotor input receives the power from the motor input as a stator, so again there is a rotor copper losses takes place, and again we are receiving the mechanical power developed. The, okay, that is simply called as the power is, we are converting the electrical into mechanical. So mechanical power develop in the rotor windings. Okay, so again this is nothing but a gross rotor output, or simply called as a mechanical power output. Okay, then again gross rotor output, we are nothing but, again there are two parts, windage and friction losses, and rotor output or motor output. Okay, so again rotor or friction losses and rotor output and motor output. So we will receiving, that means from this end, that is a motor input to stator. So this we are at the right side, this is nothing but a actual power flow in the induction diagram. Okay, in the induction motor. So this side, that means we are giving the input, motor input to the we are giving the motor input as the electrical input to the stator winding of motor, then we are receiving the rotor input, then it is converted into mechanical power, then we are finally we get the rotor output or motor output. So during this all this process I shown by this cursor, during all this process, then there are losses takes place at each stages. Okay, so this is a simplest diagram we will taken from this block diagram. Okay, so this is nothing but a powerful diagram, we call a block diagram, and by using this block diagram we will taken the different powerful diagrams from input to the output side. So in each stages there are different losses takes place in the induction motors. So at the first part, suppose we consider as a stator part, so we have the stator copper loss as well as the stator iron losses. Okay, as I said earlier, the rotor iron losses are very negligible. That's why we are not neglect. We are not taking in considerations, because rotor because the basically the iron losses are depends on the frequencies as well as the supply voltages. So as iron losses are depends on the frequencies, the rotor frequency while running condition, it's a very less, we call the very low values compared to stator frequency or supply frequency. So if the rotor frequency is smaller, then obviously the rotor iron losses are very smaller. Okay, so that's why we are neglected. So we are considering only this part, rotor copper losses. So when I give the input to the motor, that is the electrical input, then this is the right side we call the actual power flow diagram. That means this motor input are connected are converted into rotor input, then again rotor input is converted into mechanical power development, again this mechanical power developed is converted into rotor or simple called a motor output. So during all these structures, then again there is a all for each stages the losses are takes place. So as I said earlier, at the stator part, stator copper loss and iron losses. At the rotor part, rotor copper losses. And again, when when the rotor is developed the mechanical power, again there is a windage and friction losses takes place. That is, this losses is at the simple called this losses is at the rotor side. That means we call nothing but it's a mechanical losses. Okay, once the rotor is now rotating, obviously these losses are taking place. We call windage and friction losses, and these losses we call the mechanical losses. These two losses, these two losses we called electrical losses, but this simply windage and friction losses we called as a mechanical losses. So at this part we are getting the total structure, that means simple called as a electrical simple called power flow diagram of induction motor. From this end, that means input to the output of the rotors. Okay, so again this is a one simple diagram by using by using this one simple diagram, one simple modification in the some diagrams, we will clearly understand about the power flow diagram of induction motors. Okay, so this is nothing but an outer part is nothing but a stator part, as we are seen in the construction of induction motor. So this inner part will be called as a rotor part. Okay, so this stator, rotor, and this is nothing but a shaft. Okay, all this construction part we are already seen in the some few that is previous lectures, that is during the construction of working principle of induction motors. Okay, so as by using this I can explain this diagram. So here we are giving the active power input P1, so input to this stator winding. So this is nothing but a terminal of induction motor. So this part is the stator winding. So I'm giving the input, active power input to the stator winding of the induction motors. Okay, so once I give the input to the stator winding, then there is a stator copper losses takes place, because the stator winding is made up of winding stator winding is made up of the copper material. So there is stator copper losses takes place. Okay, so again the stator copper losses as well as the iron losses are takes place during in the stator winding of the induction motors. So again we are receiving the active power input to the rotors. Okay, so active power input to the rotor means what? So in active power input we are giving to the stator. Now these losses are taking place. Okay, that means suppose I give here 100 watt. Suppose for example I'm taking the example of, suppose I'm giving the 100 watt, then there is a losses that takes place, and at this active power input rotated, that means P2 side, I receive somewhat less power compared to active power input. Okay, this P2 we call simple in language, this P2 is always smaller than P1 because of these losses. Okay, if these losses are absent, then we call P1 is equals to P2, simple P2 is equals to P1. But due to the stator copper loss as well as the iron losses, we are getting the P2 is always smaller than the P1. Okay, so again now in that case the rotor now receives the input energy from the stator side. Okay, just clear understand about this. I'm giving the input to the stator winding. Now the stator fluxes are produced and stator currents are there. Then because of this stator copper loss are taking place, iron losses are taking place. Okay, then active power now it is going to deliver to the rotor side, because now it here the fluxes, once the current will flow through the stator winding, now fluxes are rotating magnetic field will be created, and this flux will be going to interact with the rotors. Okay, so this fluxes we call the power are transferred from the air gaps, okay, from stator to rotor. We call this the P2. Okay, now P2, now it is the input to the rotors. Okay, P1 is input to stator while the P2 is input to the rotor. Now once the rotor is receiving the input from the stator, we call the P2, again the current will start to flow through the rotor conductors, and once the current will start to flow, obviously the rotor copper losses are takes place. Okay, that means again that there is a reduction in the input, that is a reduction in the power. Already they are reducing, we are getting the reduced power because of these losses, and again due to the rotor copper loss, again there is a reduction in the reduction in the powers. So again after rotor copper losses, now input, now electrical input is now going to convert into mechanical, and now the mechanical torque which is exerted on the rotors, as we seen in the working principle of induction motor. Now once the rotor current will flow through this rotor conductors, so obviously the current carrying conductor kept in the field experience a force stated by the Faraday's second law. So hence the torque is exerted on the rotor. Now this torque, whatever the torque which is exerted, we call it as a gross mechanical power. ओके, म्हणजे जेव्हा इथं अकॉर्डिंग टू फॅरेडेज लॉ जेव्हा आपण अप्लाय करतो इथं, ओके, म्हणजे आपण अप्लाय काय सांगितलं, फॅरेडेज लॉ सेकंड लॉ काय सांगतोय, whenever the current carrying conductor kept in the field कुठला स्टेटरचा field obviously, whenever the current carrying conductor kept in the field it experiences force. Now whatever the force is exerted on the rotor, this force we call as a gross mechanical power. This force is nothing but a gross mechanical power. Okay, this is not actually output power. This force is nothing but a gross mechanical power, we call it as a PM. I denoted by this red color. This is nothing but a PM. Okay, so here this PM, that means indicates the gross mechanical power. Now the torque is exerted on the rotor, and hence now rotor is now start to rotating. Now here now rotor is now rotating. Now during this rotation period of the rotor, again the windage and friction losses takes place. That means windage loss means due to the wind, that is the surrounding wind, and the friction losses are taking place between the different rotating parts of the induction motors. And now this will windage and friction losses, this is called as the mechanical losses, and because of these losses again there is a reduction of the speed. That means the reduction of the speed means हा स्पीड कुणामुळे तयार झालाय तर बिकॉज ऑफ द टॉर्क. ओके, हा इथं टॉर्क ग्रॉस मेकॅनिकल पॉवर, इथं टॉर्क तयार झाला म्हणताना मोटरला काहीतरी स्पीड मिळायला अचीव्ह झालेला, बट ड्यू टू विंडेज अँड फ्रिक्शन लॉसेस देयर इज अ रिडक्शन ऑन द स्पीड. दॅट मीन्स obviously this is nothing but losses, and after receiving all these losses we are getting the shaft power, we call it a P out. Okay, so this is nothing but simplest way of power flow diagram of induction motors, which is start from the input side, which we call the active power. This is nothing but an electrical input we are gives to the stator side of induction motor, and we receive the output we call as a mechanical output. So during all this process, every stages we have some power losses. That means at stator side we are giving input to stator side. At the stator side we have the stator copper losses, simple called as this stator copper loss, as well as stator iron losses at the stator side. Now once the power is transferred from air gap to the rotor, now at the rotor, once the rotor current will flow in the rotor conductors, obviously the rotor copper losses are takes place. Again there is losses. That means already we have seen these losses. Again due to the rotor copper loss, again there is a losses. Okay, so there is again reduction in the gross mechanical power. That means at the end this PM. And once the torque is exerted on this particularly shaft, we call the rotor conductor, simple called as the shaft. Now torque is exerted. This torque or force we call as the gross mechanical power, but now it is torque is exerted on the rotor, but due to the windage and friction losses, this is nothing but mechanical losses, so we are getting the again there is a reduction in the power. Okay, and so this is nothing but mechanical losses, again there is a losses in the power, so loss in the power, so whatever the final output we are getting at we call it as shaft power. So always we called as this efficiency of induction motor, simple I called it efficiency. Suppose I consider the efficiency of efficiency of this induction motor is nothing but this output P out divided by input power P1. Okay, so if I reducing all these losses, if you're reducing all these losses, then I will get the maximum efficiency of induction motor. So these are the some formulas related with the power flow diagram of induction motor, which is mostly used or most important for the numerical solving. So we will see one by one. So we have stator input as a P1, that is equals to stator output plus stator losses. Okay, that means C1. Just you can show this one here. Stator input P1, this one, stator input P1, motor input P1 is equals to what? This plus this. Okay, P1 म्हणजे सिंपल काय असणार आहे? स्टेटर कॉपर लॉस प्लस रोटर इनपुट असणार. ओके, सो जस्ट आय एम पुटिंग हियर स्टेटर आउटपुट प्लस स्टेटर लॉसेस. दॅट मीन्स स्टेटर आउटपुट कुठला असणार आहे? स्टेटर आउटपुट मीन्स रोटर इनपुट असणार आहे. ओके, जस्ट लिसन केअरफुली. दिस मोटर इनपुट P1 is equals to what? Stator copper loss and iron losses plus rotor input. Rotor input means what? It's a stator output. Stator output is nothing but a rotor input. Okay, so I mentioned here this stator input P1 equals to stator output plus stator losses. Okay, simple called as a rotor input plus stator losses. It is also okay. Okay, rotor input P2, rotor input P2, it is equals to what? Nothing but a stator output. Okay, म्हणजे स्टेटर आउटपुट जो असेल तोच इज नथिंग बट रोटर इनपुट. ओके, आणि लास्ट वन द रोटर ग्रॉस आउटपुट पीएम. ओके, रोटर ग्रॉस आउटपुट पीएम, that means mechanical power developed is equals to rotor input P2 minus rotor copper losses. That means here PM is equals to rotor input minus rotor copper loss. ओके, हे काय समजलं का बघा, हे काढलं आपण. PM is equals to what? PM is equals to this input minus losses. Simple called as rotor input is equals to P2 is equals to what? This plus this. Okay, rotor input P2 is equals to rotor copper loss plus mechanical power developed. म्हणजे हे दोन्ही addition केले, if we are adding both this, that means mechanical power development rotor PM plus rotor copper loss, we are getting the P2. Similarly, if I want to find the PM, okay, PM मला find करायचं असेल, that is the mechanical power development the rotor. I want to find this PM is equals to this minus this. Okay, that means जे इनपुट आहे, इनपुट मध्ये लॉस वजा केला तर मला आउटपुट मिळणार. ओके, सो दिस इज द example, this is the formulas which are used, we are going to use for the solving the different numericals which may be asked for university exams. Okay, so again, as know that this TSH, that is a shaft torque, this is one formula for the shaft torque, TSH. Okay, TSH, it is nothing but a shaft, SS for shaft and T for torque. So this shaft torque is nothing but a 9.55 into P out divided by N, that is a speed, we call the actual speed of the motor. Okay, if I consider NS, it's a synchronous speed, but for especially for this shaft torque means actual speed. shaft torque actual speed कुठे असणार? ऑब्विसली तुमच्या शाफ्टला ऍक्च्युअल स्पीड किंवा रोटरचा ऍक्च्युअल स्पीड म्हणजेच काय, तुमचा जो काय शाफ्टचा स्पीड असणार आहे. सो इट इज नथिंग बट ऍक्च्युअल स्पीड. ओके, सो इफ आय कन्सिडर दिस TSH, I call the shaft torque is equals to 9.55 P out divided by N. ओके, P out means P out कुठला असणार आहे तर इथला. ओके, शाफ्ट पॉवर P out जो इथला किंवा इथला रोटर आउटपुट. रोटर आउटपुट म्हणजे P out आहे. ओके, P out output power. ओके, rotor output means output power of motor is equals to, that means rotor gross output PM equals to rotor input P2 minus rotor copper loss. I already seen this. So this TSS shaft torque is equals to 9.55 rotor output, P out means rotor output divided by N is not important actual speed of rotor. Okay, so again this torque, we are unit of this torque is always we called as a Newton meter. So we are taking the torque is as a Newton meter. Okay, so as per this, we are going to use this formula for solving the different numericals. Okay, again we will see about some again we are taking some formulas which I have sorted for your simple understanding. Okay, so again I mentioned again this, I'm taking the copy paste again. The TSH is equals to 9.55 P out divided by N Newton meter. Okay, 9.55 P out divided by Newton meters. So again this is nothing but a shaft torque. Suppose in the example they ask about the gross torque TG. Okay, gross torque TG, G for gross. हे gross torque कुठला आलं तर इथलं, ग्रॉस टॉर्क जे काही इथे तयार होणार आहे मेकॅनिकल पॉवर डेव्हलपमेंट रोटर म्हणजे ग्रॉस टॉर्क जर पीएम विचार किंवा टीजी विचारलं ओके सो जस्ट दिस इज नथिंग बट अ फॉर्म्युला फॉर दिस टीजी इक्वल्स टू rotor input P2 divided by 2 pi ns 2 pi ns that means it's a synchronous speed okay and means actual speed this is related with the shaft torque shaft म्हणजे actual जो फिरतो तो shaft आहे त्यामुळे इथला actual speed घेतलाय but here the gross torque we called rotor input P2 divided by 2 pi ns that is a synchronous speed okay and by using this formula suppose I want to find the rotor efficiency okay that is equals to n divided by ns that is actual speed divided by synchronous speed if rarely they will ask about rotor efficiency but just this is nothing but a formulas n divided by ns also rotor copper loss upon rotor gross output equals to s divided by 1 minus s okay that is s for sleep divided by 1 minus sleep okay so for all this structure we will simple consider this is a common part or simple called as a common platform by which or through which we can easily find out the different values of the power flow diagram of induction motors okay so this is a simplest way to collaborating all the formulas okay so here I called the P2 that is a P2 म्हणजे सिंपल काय असणार आहे इथं P2 PM I square R ओके so simple this P2 म्हणजे काय आहे बघा इथं P2 म्हणजे सिंपल रोटर इनपुट आहे ओके रोटर इनपुट P2 आहे सो आय कॉल्ड रोटर इनपुट P2 PM म्हणजे काय आहे बघा PM इज नथिंग बट अन दिस वन मेकॅनिकल आउटपुट मेकॅनिकल पॉवर डेव्हलपमेंट द रोटर म्हणजे ऍक्च्युअली हा रोटरचा आउटपुट आहे रोटर आउटपुट PM तुमचा इथं आहे ओके आणि इथं हा I square R म्हणजे हा रोटर कॉपर लॉस आहे ओके सो दिस P2 we simple called as a rotor input then PM is called as a mechanical power developed and I square R we simple called as a rotor copper loss okay so I mentioned the PCR that is a rotor copper loss okay I square R so I have given one formula I have given one simplest way 1 S to S 1 S to 1 minus S to S okay so P2 has to PM has to I square R has to 1 as to 1 minus s as to s okay simple this one okay हे काय आहे एक्झॅक्टली तुम्हाला कुठलाही फॉर्म्युला लक्षात ठेवायची गरज नाही जस्ट रिमेंबर ओनली धिस पार्ट ओनली जो फॉर्म्युला म्हणजे सेम इथंच आहे आय स्क्वेअरच्या ठिकाणी फक्त मी पीसीआर म्हणले एव्हरीथिंग इज सेम ओके सो जस्ट रिमेंबर ओनली धिस पार्ट ओके हा फक्त एकच फॉर्म्युला लक्षात ठेवा बाकीचं काही नाही हा फॉर्म्युला म्हणजे काय आहे हे तुम्हाला नंतर लक्षात येईल ओके सो दिस वन TSH 9.55 P out divided by as well as you should remember this one okay suppose हा फॉर्म्युला काय तर तुम्हाला जर okay just remember just listen carefully suppose they asked about the rotor copper loss okay जर त्यांनी विचारलं म्हणजे परीक्षेमध्ये किंवा न्यूमेरिकल्स मध्ये जर if they ask about the to find the rotor copper loss okay rotor copper loss म्हणजे if they want to find the rotor copper loss okay and they have given the mechanical power that means PM ची व्हॅल्यू दिली असेल the mechanical power they have developed which a rotor they have if they have given तर तुम्ही कसं काढायचं आहे this if they want to find the rotor copper loss आणि PM ची व्हॅल्यू दिली असेल ओके तर कसं फाइंड करायचं बघा then they have given maybe they will give about the स्लीप ची व्हॅल्यू दिली असेल किंवा स्पीड दिला असेल ऍक्च्युअल स्पीड आणि सिंक्रोनस स्पीड दिला असेल जस्ट अकॉर्डिंग टू दॅट वी कॅन इझिली फाइंड आउट द व्हॅल्यू ऑफ स्लीप ओके सो जर तर तिने हे दिलं असेल म्हणजे PM दिला असेल आणि तुम्हाला रोटर कॉपर लॉस फाइंड करायचं ओके PM दिलाय रोटर कॉपर लॉस फाइंड करा सो काय तुम्हाला काय करायचं बघा PM divided by rotor copper loss just listen carefully this PM divided by rotor copper loss that is equals to 1 minus s divided by s हे कसं केलं बघा लक्षात घ्या this P2 हे P2 चा हा 1 आहे ओके हा P2 चा हा 1 आहे हा PM चा हा 1 minus s आहे आणि I square R म्हणजे रोटर कॉपर लॉस हा s आहे शेवटचा okay there are again 1 2 3 again 1 2 3 there are three numbers or simple called the three this one three parameters in left side this is the center this is center three parameters are left side and three are the right side okay this P2 corresponding to 1 PM corresponding to the 1 minus s and I square and we simple call rotor copper loss are corresponding to the s okay so just remember this P2 corresponding to the 1 PM mechanical power developing the rotor which is corresponding to 1 minus s. I square r simple called rotor copper loss are corresponding to s. Okay, suppose they have given the pm दिले तुम्हाला I square r rotor copper loss फाइंड करायचं. सिंपल काय करायचं बघा, pm divided by I square r is equals to pm divided by I square r is equals to pm च्या समोर काय, pm चा कुठला पार्ट आहे 1 मायनस पार्टनर आहे. ओके, p2 चा पार्टनर हा 1 आहे, pm चा पार्टनर आहे 1 minus s, I square चा पार्टनर आहे s. ओके, सो इफ दे वांट टू आस्क अबाउट द I square r, सो सिंपल तुम्हाला काय करायचं आहे, pm divided by I square r is equals to pm divided by I square is equals to pm चा कोण आहे इकडे राईट साइडला 1 minus s divided by s. ओके, पीएम चा पार्टनर आहे 1 minus पीएम समजा न्यूमरेटरला घेतलं तर हा पीएम चा पार्टनर जो आहे 1 minus s तो पण न्यूमरेटरला घ्यायचा आहे. I square समजा मी डिनोमिनेटर घेतलं, सो ऍज इट इज s I square चा पार्टनर आहे, so just keep as it is from the denominator terms. Okay, so by using this you can find everything. Okay, anything you can find by using these formulas. Again for simplicity I mentioned. Okay, again p2 pm I square r, again this is same again, p2 the partner of p2 is 1, just p2 left side ला ह्याचा पार्टनर 1 आहे, pm पार्टनर ऑफ pm is 1 minus s आणि रोटर कॉपरला I square r पार्टनर आहे s. Okay, suppose आता again if they are given the value of p2, okay, आणि किंवा तुम्हाला pm ची व्हॅल्यू दिलेली आहे आणि तुम्हाला p2 काढायला सांगितले, दॅट इज pm म्हणजे काय, मेकॅनिकल पॉवर डेव्हलप जे व्हॅल्यू दिले, आणि सपोज दे वांट टू आस्क अबाउट द p2, सो सिंपल काय करायचं, p2 डिवाइडेड बाय pm म्हणजे p2 हा फर्स्ट डिवाइडेड बाय सेकंड, p2 डिवाइडेड बाय pm कस इज इक्वल्स टू व्हॉट, सो p2 चा पार्टनर कोण आहे 1 आहे. ओके, सो p2 न्यूमरेटरला आहे, सो ऍज अगेन न्यूमरेटरला 1 ठेवलं, 1 डिवाइडेड बाय 1 minus s. हा p2 डिवाइडेड बाय pm घेतला, p2 घेतला, pm घेतला, p2 डिवाइडेड बाय pm इज इक्वल्स टू p2 चा 1 आहे, pm चा 1 minus s आहे. जस्ट आय एम टेकिंग p2 upon pm is equals to 1 divided by 1 minus s. By using this, if you know the value of pm and if you know the value of slip, you can easily find out the p2. Okay, similarly again this formula, p2 divided by rotor copper loss, p2 that means p2 divided by rotor copper loss काय येईल, p2 चा पार्टनर आहे 1 as it is 1, rotor copper loss I square चा पार्टनर आहे s, 1 upon s, just this part 1 divided by s. Okay, so again similarly pm, what is pm, mechanical power, pm divided by rotor copper loss, pm divided by rotor copper loss, that means pm divided by rotor copper loss, pm चा पार्टनर आहे 1 minus s, rotor copper loss चा s, 1 minus s divided by s. So if by using this, just remember only this formula, just this only this. Okay, by using this we can solve the different numericals which is related with your power flow diagram. Just I'm once again telling this one. So if this p2 as to pm as to I square r as to 1 minus s as to s. Okay, just remember only this I square r, instead of I square just you should mention it is as a rotor copper loss. Okay, so this p2 pm I square rotor copper loss, that means p2 divided by pm, this p2 divided by pm. Now ह्यातलं कुठली तरी तुम्हाला सपोज दे आस्क अबाउट एनिथिंग, जस्ट सपोज दे आस्क अबाउट I square r, they have to give the only this value. म्हणजे कुठले ह्यातलं कुठले तरी तुम्हाला by solving the example they will give only they will give any values regarding this one. Either they will give p2 that is a rotor input, either they will give pm that is a mechanical power developed, or they will give the copper losses. Anything out of these three they will give any value, any one value. Okay, out of these three, either they give p2 pm or I square r, so out of these three values they will give any one value and they will ask to find any one value. Okay, just they will either they may give I square r either or pm or p2, or they will ask about p2 to find the p2, they will ask of the pm, they will ask of the I square r. Suppose for simplicity, so by suppose they have given the copper losses, suppose they have given the copper losses and they asked about the p2. Okay, suppose they are given the copper losses and they ask about the p2, just use the formula, they are given the copper losses and ask for p2, so just use this p2 divided by rotor copper loss upon 1 minus s. Okay, sorry 1 upon s. So कसं आलं, so they have given the I square r, the rotor copper loss they are given, they ask about the p2, so p2 terminal आहे 1, p2 चं coefficient, p2 चं partner आहे 1, so I square r rotor copper loss partner आहे s. Okay, so just I am taking 1 upon s. So, okay, so by using this formula, we can easily find out any value related with the powerful diagram of induction motors. Okay, so this will helpful for solving the examples.